This is Google's AI mode. Normally, you'd use it by entering a search query or a prompt. For example, tell me about the recent news. And then when you hit enter, you get an AI response along with the sources and stuff, right? Now, let me show you something cooler. On the left, it's still the same browser, but on the right, on this playground page, you enter an API endpoint and with the same query. And once you hit the send request button, a new tab opens up with the same query automatically submitted to AI mode, and then the response is pulled back in JSON format, which makes it so much easier to work with. Now let me show you how you can do the same thing. Go to our website, aimodeapi.com, download the extension, and you will get this zip file. Extract it, and here's the extension. You open your Chrome's extension management page, enable the developer mode, and then drag the folder in to install the extension. And then you click the extension icon to pin it, and you can see the API endpoint is already available. And now you can do the same thing I just showed you. What you've just done here is actually pretty powerful. You've just turned the AI mode into an API endpoint that you can call from anywhere. Instead of being limited to just the browser interface, you can now actually integrate this directly into whatever you're building. If you want to try this yourself, pause here and head over to our website to grab the extension. But if you want to stick around, I will walk you through the interface and cover some important things you should know before using it. Okay, the first thing you should know is the structure of the response. If you've used AI mode before, you know that the AI answer actually contains three parts: the AI answer itself, and then the sources, and then there are follow-up questions. All three parts are also in the response data inside the data key. Now let's take a look at the interface. This is a fresh browser restart. As you can see, the extension is currently not active. You can activate it by clicking the icon, and you can see it connects to the server very quickly. And the API endpoint is still the same. It will stay unchanged until there are browser or extension reinstalls. Let's go through the interface. First is the status indicator. There are three statuses that shows you the current state your extension is in: disconnected in red, connecting in yellow, and connected in green. You can see that by checking the icon on the upper right corner. You don't have to open the extension. Then we have this connection ID. It's a unique ID that's assigned to your extension upon installation. It's also part of the API endpoint. You should not share this with anyone, but if you want to reset it, you just remove the extension and reinstall it. You will get a new connection ID and a new API endpoint. Then the heartbeat indicator. It shows you how long it has been since the extension last checked its connection with the server. You don't have to worry about this, it's just a fun metric. Then we have this active request field. It will show you the actual request ID when a new request arrives. You can only see this if you keep the extension open while making requests to it. Then there's the connection drops counter. This is something you should pay attention to because it actually shows how stable your internet connection is to the server. So what is a connection drop? Here, a connection drop means that several times in a row, the extension tried to confirm its connection with the server but got no responses. It will consider itself as disconnected and try to reconnect. Lastly, the reconnect button. This will become available only when your internet connection is so bad that it causes the extension to reconnect to the server with so many failed attempts. Then you will have to manually reconnect. That's it for the interface. Now, before we start building with this, let me highlight a few things that will help you avoid common pitfalls in the future. First thing, the extension handles one request at a time. If you fire off multiple requests while one's being processed, you get an immediate response saying a request is already being handled. Now, this isn't a limitation of the extension itself, it's actually intentional because Google will rate limit you very quickly if you hammer the AI mode with concurrent requests. So, handling them sequentially is the smart approach. You may be thinking, well, one at a time sounds slow, but check this out. This is one of our stress test sessions. In over 70 hours, we made 4,000 plus successful requests, averaging about one per minute. You can see that we had 600 plus failures here, but here's the thing. Those weren't Google rejecting us. Those were our own network hiccups. Those error requests you can see are actually error registering request messages returned from the server, which means those requests never even hit the extension. When Google actually rate limits you, you get a specific something went wrong message with no response, no sources, and no follow-up questions. It's just an error. We never hit that, so one or maybe two requests per minute done consistently actually gets you really far. So here's how scaling works. Each browser instance with the extension is actually one endpoint. If you want more capacity, you just launch more browsers. The beauty of this is that you can run them in parallel across different machines or even just different browser profiles. And here's a pro tip. If you're running multiple instances, point each browser to a different IP with a VPN or proxy, so you can distribute your requests across different network fingerprints and keep everything running smoothly. Last thing, you do not need to be logged into Google to use this. It's optional. The extension works without it, but there are a couple of advantages to being logged in. Number one, you get access to the full history of requests you've made. Number two, and this is interesting, we found that logged in sessions consistently return follow up questions in the response. When you're not logged in, those might not show up. It's not a deal breaker, but it's worth knowing if that data matters for your use case. Well, that wraps up this walkthrough. If you need the full API reference or want to understand how the entire architecture works with all the technical details, all of that's available in our documentation on the website. Well, thanks for watching. If you run into any issues or have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Happy building and good luck!